You know, most of us can't imagine life without the convenience of natural gas. It heats our homes, and showers, even cooks our meals.
But an Olathe woman claims natural gas made her sick. Fox 4's Heather McMichael unravels a mystery that started in the basement and ended at the hospital.
Kids are great. I have the little ones, and they're just great.
Roxanne Bedford Turbo is back behind the wheel doing what she loves.
It's a good time.
But 3 years ago, she had to switch seats and become the bus helper instead of the bus driver. Roxanne started having seizures and could no longer legally drive a school bus.
I was dizzy. I was vomiting in the mornings, nosebleeds. My hair was falling out in large clumps.
Doctors didn't know what was wrong with Roxanne. The only real change in her life was where she lived. About a year after moving into this Olathe townhome, Roxanne started feeling ill. She says her place constantly smelled like natural gas.
I found a natural gas odor in my basement. I called the gas company and I told them that I smelled natural gas and that I thought I could have carbon monoxide poisoning.
Friends noticed a change in Roxanne's personality and appearance. Jan Robitel says that Roxanne turned from happy-go-lucky to homebody, focusing more on getting sleep than how she looked. Jan smelled the same thing, natural gas.
Every time I went over there, I could smell it. I smelled it all over the house.
Roxanne says Atmos Energy tested for carbon monoxide, a deadly byproduct of natural gas that can leak from furnaces. But the meters found nothing. She then called the townhome's maintenance company, Westerfield North. They sent out a technician who tested for gas in a different way, using a simple soap and water method where a bubble indicates a problem. Still, no gas was found. A Neil Harris technician showed us how they test for gas leaks with a combustible gas leak detector. It's a very sensitive piece of equipment that costs $200 to $400.
Once you hear that sound, that's a gas leak.
Eric Rubalcaba then shows us the soap and bubble test that anybody can try at home for free. If a bubble blows, there's a leak.
We have a gas leak right here. It's bubbling.
By now, even Roxanne's children were complaining of headaches, falling asleep on the bus and at school, and not wanting to play. Tessa, her then 6-year-old daughter, remembers watching Mom space out, a type of seizure that would eventually put Roxanne in the hospital for 2 days.
Well, mostly I remember that my mom was used to, when she was having her seizures, she always used to go like this, and she couldn't talk at all. All she could say was, yes, just little words.
A doctor diagnosed Roxanne with epilepsy. She resigned herself that she would never drive again. But after 3 days, she threw away her medication and again called Atmos Energy. This time, they found the leak in the joint of the pipe where the Teflon tape had worn out. For 7 months, gas had been slowly leaking into Roxanne's home.
I was in mid-sentence and he went running out the door to shut the gas off.
He ran out the door to shut the gas off?
Right.
What did he say on his way out?
He didn't say anything.
He left you in the house with your 3 little kids.
My youngest daughter was home with me.
He left you in the house with a child while he ran out to take care of the gas situation.
That's correct.
We wanted to talk to Westerfield North Townhomes and Atmos Energy about Roxanne's gas problem. Both turned down a chance to speak on camera. Atmos issued a statement saying that natural gas is non-toxic and has an outstanding safety record. The letter goes on to say that the leak discovered was so tiny it didn't register the first time using the properly calibrated equipment. And the amount detected with the soap and bubble method was so small, it posed no threat to the customer. Remember, the gauge is an expensive professional test, while the soap and bubble method is something free anybody can do at home.
We work with things that smell bad and hurt people.
Dr. Tom Pierce from the University of Kansas Hospital says there might be a simple explanation for some of Roxanne's illnesses. The methane leaking out of the natural gas pipe replaced the oxygen that we all need to survive.
What is going down too much is oxygen, which is essential for life. Within a few breaths, at a fraction of what we ordinarily breathe, the lights go out. Basically, the person loses consciousness, and that's an apparent event.
What Roxanne smelled was an odorant the gas company adds to natural gas. But Dr. Pierce cannot explain Roxanne's hair loss or seizures. He says there's just no medical proof.
Not to my knowledge.
Roxanne moved to another home after the repairs were made and her seizures stopped. The Kansas Department of Transportation doctor signed off on her health, saying that she was seizure-free. Do you think that if you hadn't found this gas like this could eventually have killed you?
Oh, yes, I sure did. I truly believe that.
These days, Roxanne spends her time researching natural gas on the internet. Her home has a methane detector that you can buy retail for about $60. And she wants lawmakers to take the next step.
Stickers on our gas pipes, something to make people aware that it does poison you, it can hurt you.
The documented danger of natural gas is that it's flammable, like this house explosion in Georgia. So why did Roxanne's home never blow up? No one can explain for sure, except to say the leak was so small and the home was constantly ventilated. Heather McMichael, Fox 4 News, Olathe.
Roxanne tried to sue the maintenance company.
But the judge dismissed her case.